Here we go. My bad. If it doesn't add to the game experience, it detracts, and games should be a pure pursuit of amazing moments. Someone asked, how would DEI have benefited Helldivers 2? He goes, I don't like labels, but mankind is united in its extreme xenophobia on Super Earth inclusion, so maybe that's DEI. I really don't care. Make good games. Don't make contemporary political statements. Now, we talked about that earlier this week, all right? And it's really sent the industry into a spin. We talked about how Paul Tassi had a meltdown over it. And now we got to talk about how The Verge is having a meltdown. The Verge. Oh my God. Where is it? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I don't have it. Very unfortunate. Oh my God. Vice. Okay. This person, Dwayne Jenkins. Let's see if we can find out who this guy is. There he is. Here we go. This is Dwayne Jenkins. Yeah, you look like you a old Black Lives Matter ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I am not going to lie. Anyway, he says, I'm still trying to grapple with the comments made by the Helldivers 2 creative director regarding DEI. Is Helldivers 2 not about xenophobia and the folly of being mindlessly loyal to your country despite being discarded like garbage? Guys, let's look up xenophobia. Jesus fucking Christ. Because these niggas use these words frivolously. Uh-oh. Where is it? Fear and hatred of strangers or foreigners or anything that is strange or foreign. Now, maybe I'm not deep into the Helldivers lore like that. So in the comments, you guys can hold me accountable if I'm wrong. But is it really xenophobia if the strangers or foreigners from your planet are actively hostile? And before I move forward, I want to answer on that, because maybe there's something in the Helldivers lore that make the various enemies that you face hostile towards Super Earth. Maybe there is. So let me know. But are we xenophobic if, let's say Earth right now, if we are invaded by aliens today and we do whatever we can to keep them off our planet, are we now xenophobic? I'm confused. Chat. Spade says there is. What is it? What is it that Super Earth did that made all them fucking bug monsters want to come after Super Earth? Because that's all I want to know. Motherfucker said space Mexicans, I'm dead. Them motherfuckers sitting at the border like, oh, yet another meme I don't have. Sorry. IIRC, the automatons used to be allies. Okay. But like, if they're actively hostile though, am I xenophobic because I want to keep them off of my planet? I mean, like, okay, what's the, like, actual xenophobia in my mind is we don't really have a reason to want to keep you off of our land. We just don't want you on our land. Like, you're not hostile. You're not trying to take our resources. Hell, you just passing through. Hey guys, we need to get through you. We need to just march through here to get to where we want to go. And we're like, nah, fuck you. I hope you die out there in the streets. To me, that's xenophobia. If you're actively doing damage to my homeland, my planet, my country, my city, how is it xenophobia? You know what? Fuck it. It is xenophobia. How is it bad and how is that political? To me, there's nothing political about that. There are literal bugs as big as a goddamn house trying to murder us. What's political about that? There's nothing political about it. Go back to the article. There's nothing political about it. There's nothing political about xenophobia. If I'm xenophobic for defending my planet against a fucking murderous bugs, well shit, nigga, I'm xenophobic. But there's nothing political about that. And the reason why we know it's political, the reason why we know it's not political is because if aliens invaded Earth today and they were actively hostile, there would be nobody on this planet who would argue that we just need to let it happen. Everybody would be on board like, what do we got to do to defend our planet? It's not political at all. It's not politically divisive. Smart JPR says a great example of xenophobia is being against gentrification. So I'm assuming you're talking about the idea that because gentrification in the black community, and you can correct me on this, they talk about gentrification all the time, is the idea that people, rich white folks with money, come into lower income neighborhoods, buy everything up, rebuild it, then rebuild it, build it up to something more expensive and pushing everybody else out. So the rich white people are saying, well, this neighborhood has potential. Let's build it up so we can bring in more money. And the black people are saying, nah, we don't want you to do that. This is our place. And then the rich white people are saying, well, fuck nigga, this shit look like garbage. We got businesses and stuff that want to come in here and bring more money. And this fucking neighborhood look like a dump. And we're not building it up for free. We building it up so the rich people that want to move down here can spend more money provide more jobs. So I guess in a way that could be xenophobia, I suppose. Let's continue with this article, man. I wanted to let the comments made by Helldivers 2 creative director Jahan, I'm sorry. Just gonna call him Jahan, settle for a while. So for those of you who aren't terminally online, Jahan went on X and in response to someone saying never add DEI to your games, to which Jahan shot back, if it doesn't add to the game experience, it detracts, and games should be a pure pursuit of amazing moments. I'm accustomed to holding my tongue and getting as much context as I can before analyzing such an interaction, but then Mr. Helldivers 2 went on to respond to another person regarding DEI. I don't like labels, but mankind is united in an extreme xenophobia on Super Earth. Inclusion, so maybe that's DEI. I really don't care. Make good games. Don't make a contemporary political statement. Okay? The first comment is ambiguous enough that you could argue with a charitable, good faith interpretation. The message is art shouldn't go out of its way to add an element that doesn't quite fit into it, which is valid in a sense. Nobody should be forced to add anything to their creative vision just to pander to any group. Okay? But God is leave politics out of our games so goddamn exhausting at this point. He's about to go off the deep end. He's about to go off the deep end. Buckle in. As someone with a big platform, okay, I'll start by saying this. I don't know what Jahan intended to say with his comments centered around DEI. It's not my place to start throwing stones when nothing definitive has been said to where I can immediately point to it and create a label for someone who possibly, again, in the most optimistic light, didn't quite understand how his statements could have been interpreted. I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit for being reasonable, okay? He isn't quite the insane woke lefty that we've come to know. He's being reasonable. He says, though, however, I'm so sick of this cyclical, I think I said that right, cyclical, selective, keep politics out of our games, whining and complaining. I don't have the energy to sit here and go through why most of your favorite games, in fact, are considered woke by the term's fluid definition, because there are zero politics in Persona, Metal Gear Solid, BioShock, Mass Effect, or any other AAA franchises, right? I don't think you understand. I'm gonna be a little bit respectful because you seem to be a reasonable guy. I don't think you understand what keep politics out of our games mean. And I'll admit that simply saying keep politics out of our games is not really the whole thing. And it doesn't do a good job of conveying the message that we're trying to tell you. Simply put, keep the political divisive bullshit out of our games. Is that a little bit better for you? Okay. I would argue that xenophobia is not political because I think it's just pure common sense. If we are facing a foreign, hostile, sentient being that wants to do harm to us, it is common sense to want to keep them out of our territory. That's not politics. That's common sense. Okay. But racism, okay, is political. Now, how do you approach racism in your game? Are you just showing the user how one race is racist, like in Dragon Age, right? Whereas some other games where Frieza is obviously a racist, right? Frieza literally starts a movie off going, hello, monkeys. I mean, he hates Saiyans. Obvious racist, right? But it's not political. That's not political. It's just stating a thing. This character is a racist. We're not going to tell you he's a racist. You're just going to be able to observe he's a racist by his actions. That's not political. Now, if Goku broke out in a monologue about how Frieza shouldn't be a racist, now it becomes political. What, nigga? Goku, this nigga blew up your planet. Why are you talking to him about being a racist? Beat his ass. Beat his ass. In Dragon Age, there's all sorts of racism, but you're not hearing any political monologues or choices or leaning one way or another. It's just showing you, hey, these people are racist and these can be the consequences behind what happens when you are racist. Not political at all. You're leaving it up for interpretation. What else? Trans ideology. Obviously political. Why? Because anybody with any sort of common sense will be able to tell you a man cannot become a woman and a woman cannot become a man. But then there's this thing going on where you got people who legitimately believe they've been born in the wrong body. Okay, you can put it in a game, right? This is a trans person that's just there. You don't really know if they're a trans person. They don't really talk about it. They leave it ambiguous for the audience to, whatever. Maybe in a little bit of dialogue here and there, that person insinuates that they used to be this gender, but they changed. But it's never a big part of the story. That's not political. It's just in there. But when you decide to make it a part of the dialogue consistently, a part of the story consistently, and you choose to highlight this as like one of the biggest draws of the game. Oh, we got trans characters. Now you just made it political. There was a trans character in Hogwarts Legacy. Did anyone make a big deal about that? Nope, because the character was just there. Okay, hello, trans person. Just like in real life, if I go to the bank and I open up the door and I notice there's a man in a wig walking towards me, guess what I would do? I would hold the door open for him. He would say, "Thank you." I would say, "You're welcome." And I would keep going. The same way I would do for a man or a woman, somebody's granny, somebody's grandfather, the same way I do for every other person. Now I would be thinking in my head like, ugh. But I keep on going about my business because they're just there. But you don't know how to do that because you got to let the world know that I'm here. I'm queer. I'm here. Acknowledge me. I was a man. Now I got breasts. I still got my dick though. Somehow I'm still considered trans, I guess. Let's continue. Here it's just funny that Helldivers 2 has the spotlight, which actively makes fun of jingoism, and says that the Helldivers are well, no, I gotta look that word up. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Extreme chauvinism or nationalism marked especially by belligerent foreign policy. Okay, I guess. All right. Which actively makes fun of jingoism, and it says that the Helldivers are expendable governmental pawns. But of course, some people take the authoritarian bits too seriously, like when a certain group of people couldn't quite understand that the boys Homelander is meant to be a deplorable man-child, unfit to be worshipped, yet media literacy is apparently at an all-time low. I don't understand y'all's obsession with people liking Homelander. People don't like Homelander because he's a great person or they worship him. Are you a fucking moron? They like Homelander because he's a tremendous villain. What are we talking about? Am I being made fun of? Did I say that word wrong? I'm sorry. So we'll keep having the keep politics out of our games conversations, despite the most beautiful stories being set against diverse backgrounds, because the problem isn't that it detracts from the experiences. The problem is its mere existence. What game are you talking about? I played a demo. See, here's the thing. You can play games like this. Absolutely, positively. Play them. Love them. Enjoy them. But people just don't want to play that shit. I'm sorry. It is what it is. People don't want to play that shit. So all in all, he isn't as psychotic as I thought he was going to be. I thought this was going to be a complete meltdown. I wouldn't say a meltdown. He had a little bit of a fit, but it wasn't a meltdown, okay? It wasn't a meltdown. Woo! Where we at with it? Where are we? How y'all doing in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Let me get to some of these comments, man. Rolando asks, why did the bot start fighting us? I would like to know that too. Prasan says, discrimination is inherently bad. Removing rapists from society and discriminatory, but no normal person would object to it. Yeah, exactly. Smart JPR says, correct. Not exactly rich white people, just rich people. Instead of buying out the neighborhood, why not just invest in the current businesses and actually help the neighborhood? Well, admittedly, because that would take too long, because the neighborhood isn't the problem. It's the people in the neighborhood. So objectively speaking, if I wanted to invest in the neighborhood, I would buy up property and raise the prices on it. And then the way I look at it is the reasonable people will make enough money to stay, and the people who are living a lifestyle that is not conducive to a great community will have to move out. That's the way I look at it. Roman 5 says video games can have their own contained politics based on the world. We want real world politics out of it. There you go. Absolutely. What's up, Joel Jimenez? How you doing? Space says, we don't want to be told what to think. Politics and good games let us come to our own conclusions. And that's the best way you can put it. Let me get you a Don DeMarco, man. Don DeMarco. You're not going to tell me what to think. And you're not going to put politics in your game that I disagree with and then call me a bigot for not agreeing with it. You can go fuck yourself with that. You can go fuck yourself. Okay, give me a moment. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.